If you are someone who has a lot of fear, worries a lot, experiences frequent anxiety, here's the good news. You are capable of feeling relief. It doesn't matter if you have experienced something deeply traumatic. It doesn't matter how traumatic and hurtful it was. It doesn't matter who has hurt or betrayed you. It doesn't even matter if your fear is generalized and not directed at any specific thing. You no longer have to tell that story. You are free to let it go. If you can feel fear and anxiety and worry, you are capable of releasing it. Forgiveness is not required, nor do you have to condone unfortunate events. You do not have to, quote unquote, deal with it. It's done. It's past tense. You can simply let it fade into the background. Let it become irrelevant to who you are now. You don't always feel anxious, even if you might sometimes believe you do. That's why you are capable of feeling fearful and anxious to begin with, because you don't always feel that way. You have some frame of reference, a frame of reference that informs you that you are feeling other than calm and relaxed and peaceful and confident and happy. You know and recognize fear, in other words, because you know and recognize its absence. You are familiar with the feeling of peace and calmness and joy. You can train yourself to release fear on command. This practice of training yourself to let go feels really, really good. The faster you get at recognizing and releasing fear, the more consistently you get to feel good on a regular basis. If you have a strong fear of failure, of losing something precious to you, or of not being good enough, which is really just the fear of failure, you are capable of loving just as strongly. Your love is as deep as your fear. For starters, as much as you dislike the feeling of being afraid and would like to rid yourself of it, you love and appreciate the feeling of relief, of peace, of calm. There are moments in every single day that you enjoy peace and calm. Take note of them. Maybe it's when you first wake up in the morning, even if it's only just for the briefest moment. Maybe it's at the end of the day, just as you're drifting off to sleep. Maybe it's when you spend time in nature. Maybe it's when you listen to music. Maybe it's when you do crossword puzzles. Whatever it is, just notice it. Contemplate it, affirm it with statements like, I am enjoying this. I love this. Why am I enjoying this? What am I loving about this? I feel relaxed. That's interesting. How come I feel this way? Be gentle in your inquiry, not demanding. Just be curious. By being curious and interested and paying genuine attention, you are reinforcing your enjoyment, your joyful and loving energy. You are encouraging more of it, in other words. Imagine speaking to a small child. The child is happily drawing or coloring on a piece of paper. You might ask, what are you drawing? You would ask it in a kind tone, right? You wouldn't go, what are you drawing? As if they were doing something wrong. By being curious about your happy and peaceful emotions, you are supporting and encouraging them. You are holding space for them. That's all it takes to release negative emotions like fear and anxiety. You crowd them out by holding more and more space for your positive emotions. If you don't already enjoy a practice of meditation, it's never too late to start benefiting from it. Just see how long you can go without doing anything. Start with just a minute or two each day. Just sit quietly, without distractions. Close your eyes, breathe deeply and relax, and notice your thoughts. Just notice them with the same energy of curiosity. You might notice yourself getting swept up in some of the thoughts that cross your mind. Just notice that too. I seem to have an attachment to that particular thought. Maybe it's a recurring thought. Again, no need to make it wrong. It is not a problem. Any thought can be released. It just takes practice. There is no rush, no need to hurry. The more you rush, the more you actually delay the process. Just let yourself relax. The fact that you notice tension does not have to be a reason for you to worry. Allow yourself to be tense. It will pass. It always does. If only for the 1 or 2 minutes each day when you meditate, you have nothing to worry about. A couple of minutes a day of being genuinely worry-free is all you need. You don't need to meditate 4 hours on end. Consistency is more effective than intensity when it comes to releasing low energy frequencies. The more consistently you practice, the more you will notice yourself feeling free from concern throughout your day. It will be normal for you to feel free from concern, just like it once was, no matter how many years ago that may have been. You start receiving ideas of things to do that seem like fun, and you pursue them. Occasionally, things may come up that feel like a setback. You may notice that uncomfortable sensation in your gut, but it becomes second nature for you to just notice it and allow it to pass. You become less and less triggerable. Eventually, you reach a point where you are at peace with everything, even the things that once seemed so intolerable. You realize that the events in your past that were so hurtful are just things that happened. They weren't wrong. Not even the people who quote unquote wronged you are wrong. You were not wrong either. It's all good. They are free and so are you. What happened so that each of you could get somewhere better, even if it meant parting ways. After all is said and done, you are still here. You are safe and you know peace. And the fact that you once felt so much fear and anxiety and pain and now know the peace that lies beyond all of that means you understand how deep your capacity to love and appreciate is. That's freeing, that's empowering, that's next level, that's expansion and personal growth. And all you did to get there was a whole lot of nothing.